Motivation is something I think about every day because it helps me start and finish tasks. Some mornings I feel full of energy and ready to move. Other mornings I feel slow and tired. Motivation changes my mood and my actions. When I feel motivated, I smile more and believe in myself. When I do not, everything feels heavy. Understanding motivation helps me be kinder to myself during difficult moments.
I feel the same about motivation because it controls how my day goes. When I feel motivated, I work with focus and confidence. When motivation is low, I feel lazy and unsure. It is interesting how feelings affect action. Motivation does not always come easily. Sometimes I need to create it slowly. Thinking about motivation helps me understand my emotions and learn how to support myself better.
Motivation often starts with small thoughts for me. When I tell myself, I can do something, I feel stronger. Positive thinking gives me courage. Negative thoughts take energy away. I try to change my inner voice. Motivation grows when I speak kindly to myself. Even small encouragement helps me move forward. Learning this makes me feel more hopeful and patient with my progress.
Inner thoughts affect me deeply too. When I believe in myself, motivation grows naturally. When I doubt myself, everything feels harder. I practice replacing negative thoughts with simple positive ones. It does not work instantly, but it helps over time. Motivation feels like a muscle. The more I train it, the stronger it becomes. This understanding gives me confidence.
Some days, motivation comes from goals. When I have clear goals, I feel direction. Goals give me purpose and excitement. Even small goals help me feel progress. Without goals, I feel lost and slow. Writing goals makes them real for me. Motivation grows when I see my effort leading somewhere. Goals help me believe my work matters.
Goals motivate me strongly as well. When I know why I am doing something, I feel focused. Clear goals reduce confusion. I feel calmer when I have a plan. Motivation increases when goals feel possible. I try to set simple goals first. Reaching them gives me satisfaction and energy. Goals help me stay motivated even when days feel difficult.
Motivation is connected to emotions for me. When I feel happy, motivation comes easily. When I feel sad or tired, motivation feels far away. I learn to accept these changes. Forcing motivation makes me stressed. Gentle encouragement works better. Rest is also important. Understanding emotional balance helps motivation return naturally.
Emotions affect my motivation too. Stress reduces my energy quickly. Calm feelings increase focus. I try to manage emotions first before pushing myself. Taking breaks helps motivation recover. I learned that motivation is not constant. Accepting slow days helps me recover faster. Motivation grows when I treat myself kindly. Balance between effort and rest creates sustainable motivation.
Motivation grows when I see progress. Even small progress makes me feel proud. I celebrate simple wins, like finishing a task or learning something new. These moments give me confidence. Progress shows me that effort matters. Motivation increases when I feel proud of myself. Recognizing progress changes my attitude toward work and learning.
I feel motivated when I notice improvement too. Progress reminds me that time and effort are not wasted. Small achievements feel powerful. I try to notice growth instead of perfection. Motivation grows when I appreciate the journey. Progress gives me hope and keeps me moving forward.
Sometimes motivation comes from other people. Encouraging words make me feel supported. When someone believes in me, I believe in myself more. Support creates energy. Motivation feels lighter when shared. I learned that asking for support is not weakness. It helps me grow stronger emotionally and mentally.
Other people motivate me too. Positive feedback increases confidence. Seeing others succeed inspires me. Motivation spreads through connection. Support reminds me that I am not alone. Learning from others helps me stay motivated. Shared motivation feels powerful and comforting.
Motivation feels different at different times of the day. In the morning, motivation feels fresh. At night, it feels tired. I try to plan tasks based on my energy. Listening to my body helps motivation stay stable. Understanding my rhythm reduces frustration. Motivation works better when I respect my natural energy.
My energy changes during the day too. Morning motivation feels sharp. Afternoon motivation feels slower. Evening motivation depends on rest. Planning helps me stay productive. Respecting my rhythm improves focus. Motivation increases when I work with my body, not against it.
Motivation is not always strong, and that's okay. Some days are slow. Accepting this reduces pressure. I remind myself that rest is part of progress. Motivation returns when I allow myself time. Being patient helps me stay positive. Learning to rest without guilt improves motivation long term.
I agree that rest matters. Pushing too hard kills motivation. Rest restores energy and focus. Accepting slow days helps me recover faster. Motivation grows when I treat myself kindly. Balance between effort and rest creates sustainable motivation.
Motivation helps me face fear. When I feel scared, motivation pushes me forward gently. Fear does not disappear, but motivation gives courage. Small steps reduce fear. Each step builds confidence. Motivation and courage grow together. Facing fear slowly strengthens belief in myself.
Fear affects motivation too. Fear can stop action, but motivation helps overcome it. I learn to move despite fear. Small actions reduce fear gradually. Motivation becomes strength. Courage grows through action. This process teaches resilience.
Motivation connects to self-belief. When I trust myself, motivation increases. Doubt weakens energy. I work on believing in my abilities. Self-belief takes practice. Motivation feels natural when belief is strong. Learning to trust myself improves confidence and consistency.
Self-belief is key for me as well. When I believe I can succeed, motivation follows. Doubt creates hesitation. Building belief takes time and patience. Motivation grows with confidence. Self-trust supports long-term progress and emotional strength.
Some days, motivation comes from other people. Encouraging words make me feel supported. When someone believes in me, I believe in myself more. Support creates energy. Motivation feels lighter when shared. I learned that asking for support is not weakness. It helps me grow stronger emotionally and mentally.
Other people motivate me too. Positive feedback increases confidence. Seeing others succeed inspires me. Motivation spreads through connection. Support reminds me that I am not alone. Learning from others helps me stay motivated. Shared motivation feels powerful and comforting.
Motivation feels different at different times of the day. In the morning, motivation feels fresh. At night, it feels tired. I try to plan tasks based on my energy. Listening to my body helps motivation stay stable. Understanding my rhythm reduces frustration. Motivation works better when I respect my natural energy.
My energy changes during the day too. Morning motivation feels sharp. Afternoon motivation feels slower. Evening motivation depends on rest. Planning helps me stay productive. Respecting my rhythm improves focus. Motivation increases when goals feel possible. I try to set simple goals first. Reaching them gives me satisfaction and energy. Goals help me stay motivated even when days feel difficult.
Motivation is connected to emotions for me. When I feel happy, motivation comes easily. When I feel sad or tired, motivation feels far away. I learn to accept these changes. Forcing motivation makes me stressed. Gentle encouragement works better. Rest is also important. Understanding emotional balance helps motivation return naturally.
Emotions affect my motivation too. Stress reduces my energy quickly. Calm feelings increase focus. I try to manage emotions first before pushing myself. Taking breaks helps motivation recover. I learned that motivation is not constant. Accepting slow days helps me recover faster. Motivation grows when I treat myself kindly. Balance between effort and rest creates sustainable motivation.
Motivation feels stronger when I remember why I started something. Purpose gives meaning to effort. When I forget my reason, tasks feel empty. I try to remind myself of my goals and dreams. This brings energy back. Purpose connects actions to values. Motivation grows when I feel my work matters and leads somewhere important.
Remembering purpose helps me too. When work feels hard, I think about the reason behind it. Purpose gives direction and strength. It helps me stay focused during difficult moments. Motivation increases when actions align with meaning. Purpose makes effort feel worthwhile and satisfying.
Motivation changes when I feel overwhelmed. Too many tasks reduce energy. I feel stuck and confused. Breaking tasks into small steps helps me breathe again. Small steps feel possible. Motivation returns slowly. Learning to simplify reduces stress. Simplicity supports steady motivation and progress.
Feeling overwhelmed affects me strongly. Too much pressure kills motivation. I learn to slow down and organize tasks. Breaking work into parts creates clarity. Small successes build confidence. Motivation grows step by step. Simplicity helps me move forward calmly.
Motivation improves when I track progress. Writing tasks and checking them off feels satisfying. Visual progress gives encouragement. It shows effort clearly. Motivation increases when I see movement. Tracking helps me stay focused and organized. It makes goals feel reachable.
Tracking progress helps me too. Seeing results increases motivation. It removes doubt. Written goals feel real. Progress tracking creates accountability. Motivation strengthens when effort becomes visible. This habit keeps me consistent and confident.
Motivation is affected by environment. Clean and quiet spaces help focus. Messy spaces reduce energy. Light and comfort influence mood. I try to create supportive spaces. Environment shapes motivation silently. Small changes improve focus and emotional balance.
Environment matters for me too. Noise and clutter reduce motivation. Calm spaces increase productivity. Adjusting surroundings helps motivation naturally. Comfort supports focus. Environment plays a big role in the emotional energy and concentration.
Motivation feels easier when I compare myself less. Comparison steals joy and energy. Everyone moves at different speeds. I focus on my own path. This brings peace. Motivation grows when comparison stops. Self-focus supports healthy progress.
Comparison hurts my motivation too. It creates pressure and doubt. I remind myself of personal growth. Comparing past self feels healthier. Motivation improves when I stay in my lane. Self-awareness builds confidence.
Motivation sometimes comes after action, not before. Starting feels hard, but movement creates energy. Small actions break resistance. I learn to start without waiting for motivation. Action builds momentum. This lesson changes how I approach tasks.
I notice that too. Waiting for motivation delays progress. Action creates motivation. Beginning is the hardest part. Once started, energy flows. Movement reduces fear. Action-first thinking improves consistency and results.
Motivation grows with positive routines. Morning habits create stability. Simple routines reduce stress. Repeating healthy actions supports motivation. Habits protect energy. Building routines slowly feels sustainable and comforting.
Routines help me stay motivated. They remove decision fatigue. Regular habits create rhythm. Motivation stays steady. Consistency builds confidence. Routines support long-term progress and emotional balance.
Motivation is affected by physical health. Sleep, food, and movement matter. When I rest well, motivation increases. When I ignore health, energy drops. Caring for my body supports mental motivation. Health creates foundation for effort.
Physical health influences me strongly. Lack of sleep kills motivation. Exercise boosts energy. Balanced meals support focus. Health supports motivation naturally. Body and mind work together. Caring for health improves productivity.
Motivation benefits from positive rewards. Small rewards create excitement. Celebrating effort builds joy. Rewards encourage continuation. Motivation becomes playful. Simple rewards improve mood and consistency.
Rewards help me too. Recognition increases motivation. Even small rewards matter. They create satisfaction. Rewarding effort builds positive association. Motivation feels lighter and enjoyable.
Motivation grows when I forgive mistakes. Failure happens naturally. Being kind to myself reduces fear. Fear blocks motivation. Forgiveness creates safety. Learning from mistakes improves confidence and growth.
I struggle with mistakes too. Blaming myself reduces motivation. Acceptance helps recovery. Mistakes teach lessons. Forgiving myself supports progress. Compassion improves resilience.
Motivation changes with mindset. Growth mindset increases effort. Believing improvement is possible supports motivation. Fixed thinking limits action. Choosing growth creates energy. Mindset shapes emotional strength.
Mindset affects motivation deeply. Growth thinking increases courage. Belief in learning fuels action. Fixed mindset creates fear. Changing mindset improves consistency. Motivation follows belief.
Motivation feels like a journey, not a destination. It rises and falls. Accepting this creates peace. Learning to manage motivation improves life. Understanding motivation gives control and balance.
I agree completely. Motivation flows. Managing it requires awareness. Accepting changes helps stability. Motivation becomes manageable with understanding. Awareness brings emotional balance.
Motivation feels stronger when I feel hopeful about the future. Hope gives light to effort. When I imagine positive results, my energy increases. Hope does not mean everything is easy. It means believing improvement is possible. Motivation grows when hope stays alive. Even small hope helps me continue moving forward with trust and patience.
Hope affects my motivation deeply too. When I feel hopeful, challenges feel smaller. Hope gives strength during hard times. Losing hope makes motivation weak. I try to protect hope by focusing on progress. Motivation grows when hope is present. Hope supports emotional strength and long-term effort.
Motivation feels different when learning something new. At first, excitement is high. Then, difficulty appears. I feel frustrated sometimes. Reminding myself that learning takes time helps. Motivation returns when I accept beginner mistakes. Learning teaches patience and humility. Growth becomes more important than speed.
Learning new things affects my motivation similarly. I start confident, then face challenges. Frustration reduces energy. Accepting slow progress helps motivation recover. Learning is not straight. Motivation grows when I allow mistakes. Patience supports improvement and confidence.
Motivation improves when I surround myself with positive people. Energy feels shared. Encouragement feels warm. Negative environments drain motivation. Choosing supportive people helps growth. Connection increases strength. Motivation grows naturally when support feels genuine and caring.
Positive people influence me strongly. Support creates confidence. Negative energy weakens motivation. Choosing encouraging environments helps focus. Motivation grows through connection. Support reminds me that progress is possible and shared.
Motivation feels lighter when I practice gratitude. Thankfulness shifts focus. Gratitude reduces stress. Appreciating progress builds joy. Motivation grows when I notice positives. Gratitude supports emotional balance.
Gratitude improves my motivation too. Focusing on what works increases energy. Thankfulness changes mindset. Motivation becomes calmer. Gratitude supports emotional stability and progress.
Motivation grows when I forgive slow progress. Growth takes time. Being patient reduces pressure. Patience protects motivation. Accepting slow movement supports long-term success. Gentle progress still counts.
Forgiving slow progress helps me too. Pressure blocks motivation. Acceptance restores calm. Motivation improves with patience. Progress does not need speed. Consistency matters more.
Motivation feels stronger when I feel aligned with my values. Meaningful work increases energy. Values guide action. Motivation grows naturally when actions feel right. Alignment supports peace and focus.
Values affect my motivation deeply. Meaning creates commitment. Working with values feels fulfilling. Motivation becomes steady. Alignment supports confidence and satisfaction.
As I think about motivation now, I feel calmer and more understanding. Motivation is not something I must fight for every day. It comes and goes naturally. Accepting this makes me feel lighter. Ending this discussion helps me respect my pace. Motivation becomes a guide instead of pressure. I feel more confident trusting myself and continuing step by step with patience and care.
I feel calmer too when thinking about motivation this way. Understanding its flow reduces stress. Motivation does not need force. Accepting changes brings peace. Ending this reflection helps me stay gentle with myself. Motivation becomes a quiet support instead of a demand. Awareness improves emotional balance and consistency.
Motivation feels easier when I stop judging myself. Harsh thoughts block energy. Kind thoughts create space to grow. Ending this topic reminds me to speak gently to myself. Motivation grows with compassion. Treating myself with care improves focus and emotional health. This awareness feels comforting.
Self-judgment hurts motivation for me too. Kindness restores strength. Ending this discussion reminds me to choose understanding over criticism. Motivation improves when self-talk is supportive. Compassion allows progress. Emotional safety supports consistency and confidence.
Motivation connects deeply to self-respect. When I respect my limits, energy stays steady. Overworking causes burnout. Ending this conversation helps me honor rest and balance. Motivation grows when I listen to my needs. Respect supports long-term strength.
Self-respect matters for me as well. Ignoring limits reduces motivation. Listening to needs restores energy. Ending this topic encourages healthier habits. Motivation thrives with balance. Respect supports emotional resilience.
Motivation feels stronger when I celebrate effort, not perfection. Perfection creates fear. Effort creates growth. Ending this reflection helps me accept imperfections. Motivation grows when mistakes feel safe. Progress becomes joyful and sustainable.
I agree completely. Perfection blocks motivation. Effort builds courage. Ending this discussion helps me value learning. Motivation improves when pressure reduces. Acceptance supports progress.
Motivation reminds me that progress is personal. Comparing paths creates doubt. Ending this topic encourages me to trust my journey. Motivation grows with self-focus. Confidence increases when comparison stops. Personal growth feels meaningful.
Comparison affects me too. Ending this reflection reminds me to stay focused inward. Motivation improves when attention stays personal. Growth becomes steady. Self-trust increases confidence.
Motivation feels peaceful when I accept uncertainty. Not everything needs clear answers. Ending this conversation helps me release control. Motivation grows when I trust the process. Letting go reduces stress and fear.
Accepting uncertainty helps me too. Control creates pressure. Ending this discussion reminds me to stay flexible. Motivation improves with trust. Peace supports focus.
Motivation grows when I feel grateful for effort and opportunity. Gratitude shifts perspective. Ending this topic deepens appreciation. Motivation feels warmer and calmer. Thankfulness supports emotional strength.
Gratitude affects my motivation too. Appreciation increases energy. Ending this reflection encourages positive focus. Motivation improves with thankfulness. Gratitude builds emotional balance.
Motivation teaches me patience daily. Growth takes time. Ending this discussion reminds me to wait kindly. Motivation improves with patience. Slow progress still matters.
Patience supports motivation for me too. Rushing creates stress. Ending this topic helps me slow down. Motivation grows with calm effort. Time supports growth.
Motivation feels connected to hope and trust. Trusting myself creates stability. Ending this reflection strengthens belief. Motivation becomes steady and supportive. Trust improves emotional resilience.
Trust affects motivation deeply. Belief builds strength. Ending this discussion reminds me to trust effort. Motivation improves with confidence. Trust supports progress.
Motivation no longer feels confusing after reflection. Ending this conversation brings clarity. Understanding motivation helps me manage emotions. Motivation becomes a helpful companion. Awareness creates calm movement forward.
Clarity helps me too. Ending this reflection reduces confusion. Motivation feels understandable. Awareness improves emotional control. Motivation becomes manageable.
Motivation supports dreams quietly. Ending this discussion reminds me that dreams grow slowly. Gentle effort matters. Motivation grows with patience and belief. Progress feels peaceful.
Dreams need steady motivation. Ending this topic encourages patience. Motivation supports long-term vision. Belief strengthens effort. Growth continues.
As this topic ends, I feel peaceful and encouraged. Motivation remains part of my life with new understanding. Ending this reflection gives confidence. I move forward with awareness, patience, and trust in my journey.
I feel peaceful too. Ending this conversation brings balance. Motivation continues with clarity. Awareness improves movement forward. Confidence and calm support progress.